Hi, my name is Elizabeth Kamin, and I received 4 lunch detentions and 1 detention in my 3 years at the middle school. Now I know what you're thinking. Why is this juvenile delinquent giving a speech? Well, I'm here to reassure you I have a funny story. The day after I graduated the junior school, I went to Barnes & Noble and bought a how-to book entitled How to Survive Middle School. If only that book could have prepared me for the endless stress and hard classes at the middle school, but it didn't. It told me things like, make sure to keep a neat locker and always remember your pencils. So I read the book and felt like I had this middle school thing in the bag. I was ready to start on the next 3 years of my life. Fast forward to the night before my first day of 6th grade, I had no fear. I was 100% confident that I was going to be fine, and that Tiger from the summer reading book Fish was definitely female. So I woke up 20 minutes late, struggled to put on the outfit I had planned for 3 weeks, stumbled out the door, and went on my way. When I arrived with my neon pink and green glasses, polka-dotted scarf, and bright fuchsia pink backpack, I was immediately terrified. From seeing 8th graders almost twice my size, I knew the book was a complete waste of money. Because nowhere in the book did it warn me to stay away from those angsty 8th graders, to wear extra high boots to the creek when taking pH tests for creek connections, to totally memorize all the countries on Sporkle, or to never bring slime to any class, ever. Sorry, Mr. Badness. Since the book I bought was not helpful, I decided to rewrite the last 2 chapters for a more accurate portrayal. In the 7th grade chapter, I inserted a part that says, surprise, the science teacher is not coming for half the year, and instead we will be scrapbooking our Punnett squares. That year, I experienced bar and bat mitzvahs. Also, I provided information about school dances. I remembered that I was so excited to finally go dance with all the big kids, although I just stood around for 3 hours in the unofficially designated 7th grade girls section. Next, I wrote a chapter on surviving 8th grade. I kind of wanted to skip this part, but sadly, you can't skip the last chapters of a book, especially if you need to write an in-class essay on them the next day. After writing and reading them, I would say they were the most informative. The first section is an audiobook, which actually makes it nicer to read, believe it or not. The next section is a little empty due to all the snow. The next part features Sam Bushman, but that's a different kind of story. And in the last chapter, I take the reader through a 4-hour journey to DC, and a journey that somehow takes 17 million hours to get back home. All in all, this book will definitely stay on my favorite shelf. My version of the survival book is definitely better than the one I bought at Barnes & Noble. However, the first book was right about some things. A clean locker is definitely very helpful, and you can never have enough pencils as they somehow disappear into a black hole. I've come to realize that lessons in life cannot be taught by a book. I encourage my fellow classmates to forego the How to Survive High School books at Barnes & Noble and write your own story. Thank you.